Okay, hello, this is Clay Cass, and I was working with this particular piece of clay. It was originally some female clay that was like over 20 years old. It was very hard, and I did a previous video showing how I conditioned it using a heat gun and a little bit, in this case, a little bit too much rather of liquid Sculpey. So because the clay had so much plasticine in it and made it very, very soft and whatnot, I decided that I would try another specialty technique on it using this Kroma Crackle. And I put the Kroma Crackle on it, and normally when it dries, the whole thing turns white. Well, initially when this was all dry yesterday morning, most of it was white, but now I see less and less of it is white, and I think that's because of the plasticine that was in the clay. And so I think because there was a lot of plasticine in the clay, even though the Kroma Crackle has dried, it has now, become transparent because of the plasticine in the clay. So what I've decided I would do is see how it reacts to me putting it through the pasta machine and trying to see if I could stretch this sheet out and make it a little bigger than what it initially was. And I'm going to see how that works. I think I'm on let me go to a number 2. And see how that works. Sorry about the shaking. Okay. I believe I was on a number 1. And I put, in order to use the Kroma Crackle, it was blue clay. I put some orange paint on top. And then I let that dry. And then I put the Kroma Crackle on top. And I see that, bringing it down, it did spread out. The crevices in the crackles have gotten deeper. I don't know. Should I go another? And I I can see and kind of feel the differences on the back. And I'm trying to decide if I want to go down, make it a little thinner. I'm going to do one more. Let's see. Oops, I said. That was a number 2. So let me see if I can go down to a number 3. Adjust it to a 3. And let's see what I get. Okay. So it's stretched out just a little more. I see I've got more definitions of the crackles over here. So I'm kind of happy with that. I have an old bead roller that I got from an old polymer clay icon from way back, Carl Hornsberger. He was from the Delaware and the Philadelphia area. And he made this bead roller for me. Or he made a bunch of bead rollers, and I happened to have purchased one from him. And I still have it, and I still use it. And I think I kind of figured out, uh-oh, I lost it. Let's see, there's my little square. I kind of figured out that if I had 3 of these, or actually 4 of these squares in my bead roller, it would make a nice bead. So what I'm thinking about doing is taking 3 of them to make the inside of my bead. This is so beautiful and precious that I don't want it inside the core of a bead. So let's see. And I think, let's see, I'm going to take some of the clay that did not have as much definition in it. And let's see. To really match it, I think I should go over here because it's the same, about the same amount of color intensity. Okay. So let's see. I'll stretch that out a little bit. Not too much because I see. Okay. I probably should have just gone 2 of those, 2 of these squares, and let's see. I'm gonna take this off. Da-da-da. Yeah, I take 2 of these, make a ball. And got my ball. I'll take 2 squares to cover my ball. You know what? Because it's going to be a little different. Let's see. Well, I'll take that square. It'll be okay. My other 2 squares there. For my other. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I could have maybe tried to minimize some of the seams, but that's all right. And let's see. Ooh, I do like my bead. It looks very nice. I'm gonna let it rest. Let's see. Because it's truly warm from the friction. And letting it cool off will let it get a little stiffer so that I can pierce it with a needle to make a bead. Okay. Let's see. Let's see that though. Yeah. So let's see. Pull that over, close that up. Close up my seams. Yeah. I'm hoping you don't hear the stuff in the background. I'm gonna go shut my door. Okay. I am fortunate enough to live with my mother, and she has lost some of her hearing, so her television tends to be up loud. Let me roll my other bead. Okay. I had a little extra clay there, so I got a little hole there. Let's see if I can pinch that up and roll that again and not get that hole. Okay, let's see. Yeah, much better. I'll let that rest. So I've got 2 nice beads. Earlier, I kind of broke the rule of the Kroma Crackle. and I took some of it while it was drying off. You know, it wasn't completely dried. And I says, well, you know what? Let me see if I can make me some earrings out of it. And so I kind of formed those during the drying time. And I think because it's not paper, which a lot of people initially use this on, I think we can push the limitations of not waiting until the Kroma Crackle has totally dried. I used it one other time, and unfortunately to say, it's been a couple of years, and then I kind of stopped having the desire to use it because I had to wait so long for it to dry. But I'm thinking now I don't have to wait for it to dry, and since I have a nice size tube here with a lot of product still in it, I need to start using it up, whether I'm using it on paper or using it on the clay. And I initially bought it to use it on the clay, and I think that I will start using it on the clay and not feeling the need to wait for it to totally dry and turn white. I'm content with the amount of whiteness and the amount of colors. So I'm content to use it this way. Different from what the initial manufacturer recommended for this particular product. I also had this nice, I'm gonna work on it, and I'm gonna do it in stages also. So let's see. I'm supposed to be letting these cool off. Put them over there. Clean off my ceramic tile. I kind of like working on this little ceramic tile. And then I belong to a guild, and for Christmas I got this nice little Lazy Susan. It's tiny, but it's really nice because I can sit my tile there, and if I'm working on a piece, I can kind of twirl it around and, you know, figure out or manipulate it the way I may need to. This little plastic piece here is really some packaging. You know how when you buy stuff and it's always in this blister package that, you know, you have to work real hard to cut open the package. This was a scrap of that package left. I stuck it in my Cricut, and I found this shape, and I cut it out, and so I have this as a template for kind of a nice shape that I thought I might want to use. So I'm going to use that as my guide. And I have to admit, where the Kroma Crackle is white, it's hard to cut through. And so I had to work through it. You see me working through it right there. Okay. I think I'm totally around. I'm gonna lift my sheet up carefully because there's still lots of good space that I can use in other projects. So let me set that over there. Okay. All right. Let's see. So let me peel that up. kind of looks nice. Let's see. Let's see. Try to lift that up. Okay. I kind of like that. And I think I would like to have a nice shape to bake that on. Whoops. Have a little cornstarch on the inside of that. I think I like that particular shape. And I know I'm going to do some other things to it, and I want to work on this in several bakings. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign off for now and move on and see what I can create out of this particular piece. I got my beads over there, my little earrings there, and I'll come back and show you what I end up creating. Hopefully you like the video, so please, click the like button. And I'm new out here, and I'm certainly looking for people who think what I'm sharing is valuable. So please subscribe so that when I post some new stuff, you'll get an opportunity to see what it is that I am posting. Thanks a lot. Goodbye for now.